Hey everyone, and welcome to this robotic gripper assembly tutorial in SolidWorks. And we have modeled all the parts of this gripper previously, and now let's assemble these parts. So select the assembly file and click OK, and automatically this folder will get appear. So I will open the gripper base attachment, and then I will place it over here by clicking in the environment. Then in the assembly tab we have got the insert component button. So if I click it, it will take us to the directory where we have saved the parts. So I will open this gripper link number 1. So if we want to make some modification, we can definitely do that. If we want to rotate this component, we can rotate it like this. Okay, now if I select this component, and I will select the very first option to open this part in a separate file. So if I drop down this menu, we have to edit this sketch. So on the right side we have got the diameter of 4 millimeters. So on this side we need the diameter of 3. So I will delete this circle and I will create a new circle of diameter 3. So I will select the smart dimensioning tool and specify the diameter of the circle as 3, and then simply I will exit the sketch, and now we have got this updated. So I will click on file, click on save button, then I will cross this window, click on yes, and this is the updated component. After that I will select the inner surface of the bigger hole and click on mate, and then I will select this outer surface of the pin and check the box. So this is assembled. Also, I will select the mate and click the top surface of the base attachment and this bottom surface of the link, so that these can get assembled like this. And now assembly of only this part is completed. Now we can insert the gripper link number 1. Again, this is the same link. You can rotate the component like this if you want to. Then I will do the same steps. So this right here is a bigger hole. I will select this and then click on mate and then select the outer surface of this pin, and then I will assemble this base area to the attachment as well. These are the very similar steps which we have done previously with the link number 1. Okay, so now it's time to insert another component. So I will select the insert component, and this time I will insert the servo motor which we have modeled in our previous tutorial. Okay, now as you can see, this profile needs to fit here of the servo motor, so we need to rotate it. So I will rotate the servo. Okay, and then I will select this wall of the base attachment, then click on mate, and then I will select this surface of the servo motor so that these can be aligned like this. And after that I will select this surface of the servo and this surface of the base attachment from the bottom side and check the box. Okay, then I will drag this down like this because we need one more mate to properly assemble this one. So I will select the mate, and then I will select this bottom surface of the base attachment and this surface of the servo and check the box. So as you can see, the servo motor is properly assembled, and you can see this profile is perfectly matching with the base attachment. Okay, now I will insert another component, and this time I will be inserting the gripper link number 2 which we have modeled in our previous tutorial. Okay, so I will rotate it from here. Okay, so there is a minor difference between the link number 2 and the link number 3, only this area. So I will explain you when I will import the link number 3. So I will select the mate, select this surface and the inner surface of the link number 2, and I will assemble it like this. Then again I will select the mate, select the bottom surface of the link number 2 and this surface of the servo motor and check the box. Okay, and now let me insert the link number 3 and explain you the difference between the link number 2 and link number 3 which we have modeled in our previous tutorials, the both. Okay, so Only difference is this: if you can see the gap here and there is no gap here, the only difference is this. Okay, now I will select the mate, and in this very area, or you can say in this window, I will select this surface and this surface of the link and check the box. And also I have to assemble it from the bottom side, so I will select the bottom surface of the link number 3 and this top surface of the gripper base attachment and check the box. So after this, all of the links should be working like this. Okay, and now it's time to insert the gripper jaw, which we also have modeled in our previous tutorial. So I will insert the gripper jaw and I will rotate it, and it's gonna fit like this. Okay, move it away a little bit like this, and then select the mate, and I will select the inner surface of the jaw hole and this hole and these two holes. Make sure to select the inner surface. Okay, then the top surface of this link and this top surface of the inner top surface of the jaw, and they are assembled like this. So we can check if it is assembled correctly, and as you can see, they are working perfectly. And now it's time to insert the gripper jaw, the same gripper jaw again. Okay, and now I will rotate it so that it can fit like this. Okay, and now I will do the same procedure, very same procedure, just like I have done with the previous gripper jaw assembly. So you can assemble the inner surface of this with the inner surface of the link 1 and this one. Okay, so again we need to select this top surface of the link and the inner top surface of the jaw so they can properly get assembled like this. Okay, now we are left with only one mate, but let me show you how it's gonna work like this. So we are only left with the gear mate of these two. As you can see, if you zoom into this area, you need to make sure that they are not colliding. Okay, after that you need to select the mate, you need to go to the mechanical, select the gear mate, and then I will select this inner surface of the link number 2 and this inner surface of the link number 3, and I will make sure that here this automatically get appear 5 mm. Then I will check the box. So now the assembly has been completed and it's gonna work like this, and the gears are working as well. Okay, so the assembly has been completed. Now I will save this file, and I will name it as gripper assembly file, or any name if you want to. So that's all for this tutorial, guys. If you find this video helpful, then please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.